In this video, we will go over the Earned Income Credit Checklist. So to complete the Earned Income Credit questions and due diligence sections, you have a couple of different ways to navigate from within the software. Currently, we are on the summary page, which is where you can review your tax returns once you're finished. So from here, we can scroll over to the left, come over to the sidebar right here, scroll down to the federal section, select deductions, and then go ahead and select my forms and press continue. Lastly, hit the credits menu. So this is a way to get into the credits menu where we have an EIC checklist. So if you wanted to manually come to the checklist, you can. However, you don't necessarily have to do that. So the software is smart enough to know, based on what you've entered into the program, that the taxpayer appears to qualify for EIC. But you would still need to do your due diligence first to make sure that that's the case. So if we go back to the summary section at the bottom left, and let's pretend we looked over our tax return, everything looked good, I could continue to progress, and it's going to calculate and recognize the return does qualify. But you have not done the due diligence checklist yet. So it will then prompt me to, now I can go through each question. Were they a non-resident alien? Did the child qualify for another person? Did you complete everything? Ask all of the questions and get all of the relevant information that you would need. And don't skip any questions. Make sure you go down the checklist in its entirety. Answer all of the appropriate questions so that the taxpayer will qualify for the EIC. So once we're finished, we can click continue, and it will then determine if the EIC questions were answered correctly or not. And as you can see here, they actually did not qualify for the EIC. But it does tell you that they do not meet the qualifications. So what you need to do is go ahead and scroll to the bottom, click Make Changes, and it will bring you to this page where it will allow you to review the questions and make a determination whether or not maybe you missed a question, or maybe you answered a choice incorrectly. There's a variety of reasons why a EIC checklist doesn't qualify, but it's important for you to just kind of go through the return and make sure that every single question was answered the correct way that it should have been answered, so they do qualify. All right, so once we correct the EIC due diligence checklist, you can now see that they're all green, all good to go. So I just wanted to show you that in the software, it does check for any wrong answers, and how it would look if you did answer something incorrectly. It would let you know that they do not qualify. So you can make a change and come back or answer those questions if necessary. Two more things to note. There are documents that you can submit with the tax return, and also notes that you can submit with the tax return as well. So let's say you have a situation that is maybe something out of the norm. Let's say you have a head of household with one dependent as their biological child. That's fairly normal. Now, let's say it's not their biological parent. IRS is going to want to know, why is their aunt, uncle, grandparent, guardian, why do they have them? You can enter this information so you can potentially avoid an audit situation. And if you go ahead and add all the documentation and notes with the tax return, that could be helpful and beneficial to submit that to the IRS. Once you're done, you can continue, and that would allow you to proceed to the e-file screen, and that's how you complete the Earned Income Credit due diligence.